Should you pull for Bartz's FR? His roles are going to be a support, enchant, and a battery. His attacks: double hand, his skill 1 will deal 6 HP attacks with 250% splash. It will grant the buff Adventurous Spirit for 7 turns, and after 1 use of double hand, it will upgrade to its plus. Missile Plus, his skill 2 deals 6 HP attacks with 150% splash. It will reduce the target's brave by 80% of their current brave. It will grant the party brave by 50% of his own max brave. This move also grants the buff Adventurous Spirit, and like his skill 1, it will upgrade to its plus version after using it once. Ainuki, I apologize for butchering. His EX deals 5 HP attacks with all 50% splash. It will reduce the target's brave by 50% of their current brave. It grants the party brave by 20% of his own max brave. It will grant himself speed up for 20%, and it gives his buff World Traveler for 4 turns. Elemental Attack, his LD, will deal 5 split HP attacks, reducing the enemy's group brave by 100% of their current brave. It will grant the party brave by 20% of his own max brave. It increases his skill 1 use by 1, and it grants his overhead effect Good Luck Charm for 12 turns. Journey, Courage, and Partner, his FR, will reduce the enemy's group brave by 100% of their current brave, and it will grant the party brave by 100% of Bartz's max brave. His BT effect: Quick Spellblade Dual Wield Rapid Fire, lasts 8 turns, granting everyone Wind Enchant. And one important thing to note about this BT is it is a leveled effect from 1 to 3. The way you increase the level is by Bartz moving. At level 2, Bartz will give the party HP cap up of 30%, and his BT gives a brave refund of 50% of any HP damage dealt. Bartz's buffs and debuffs: Adventurous Spirit will grant him Self-Wind Enchant. It will give him speed up for 20%, and all enemies will have a wind resist down. World Traveler will grant the party Wind Enchant. Good Luck Charm, his overhead effect: Bartz will deal splash HP damage up to 30%, will grant him a brave refund by 30% of the HP damage dealt, and will extend any casted buff durations for 2 turns. Bartz's Force Conditions: you're getting a 45% whenever anyone uses a wind ability, and a 30% whenever anyone deals any weakness brave damage. Doesn't have to be wind. As long as you're hitting for weak damage, it will give you 30%. Bartz's pros: we gotta talk about how easy that FR is to deal. It is stupid easy. As long as you don't have other elements in your party, you're getting full numbers. Also, what's really good with Bartz, even back then with his BT+, he is one of the OGs at giving the party brave refund, meaning that the party will get brave according to how much damage they deal. And I think that's a really good second-hand battery mechanic. Brave refund is also great for launch attacks and for very heavy brave reduction fights. The one thing I also want to talk about that's unique with Bartz is the fact that his Wind Imperil comes from a buff, not a debuff. Even if the enemy cleanses themselves, even if they have straight up debuff immunity in general, they will still have Wind Imperil because of Bartz's buff. I think that's a really cool thing to have as a support unit. Moving on to Bartz's cons. Even as a support unit, I gotta say his damage is not the best. He has no follow-ups. When it comes to his skill damage, what you see is what you get. LD only dealing 5 split HP attacks, his EX only doing 5 HP attacks. The highest damage you're gonna do at a time is his skill 1 and skill 2, both only dealing 6 HP attacks. There are far better support units that not only give better utility than Bartz, but also their damage vastly eclipses his. One thing I also don't like with Bartz, his BT takes time to build up. 8 turns is already not that long, but the fact that Bartz still has to take turns in order to build it up to its max potential, why don't you just have the BT effect work fully from the start? I don't see the point in needing to build it up. And if you are gonna make it build up, make his BT last longer. Make it 10 turns. That way, players will get much more use out of it. The fact that it can only reach its max level when Bartz takes 2 turns, at that point, he essentially has a 6-turn BT effect. And you know how I feel about 6-turn BT effects. When you take the rest of his kit into consideration, 2 of his buffs granting him speed up by 20%, his BT effect will not last that long. I think it's very unfortunate because you're nerfing one of the few good things that he has. Why? Is Bartz's BT necessary? I would say yeah. His BT will provide him his Brave Refund effect and most of his best auras. I gotta say, without it, he becomes a very, very subpar support unit. My should you pull rating for Bartz, all in all, is going to be a B. I don't think they did enough. If you really love Final Fantasy V, if you really love Bartz, you can still absolutely find a way to use him. He's not terrible. He's not horrible. He's just mediocre compared to other people. They could have given him so much more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!